On board Airline tonight, Jason's first flight, and he's learning the hard way. Red alert at Terminal 2.
We're evacuating.
And the lads determined to go mad in Ibiza.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
It's 8 a.m. At Manchester Airport, the Santo Domingo flight is about to close.
We're still 2 passengers missing, and we're just waiting to see if they turn up. And if not, me and Denise are going.
On the tarmac, turnaround is complete.
If the flight closes, we will let the passengers...
Sorry, to get lost. No, traffic.
Where's your husband?
He's just parking the car.
And Faya. We can't do anything until your husband's here, I'm afraid. The aircraft's due to depart.
Britannia only fly to Santo Domingo from Manchester once a week. Miss this and you miss your holiday.
Shall I just pop out and have a look? Just tell me.
Yeah, just go and see if you can see him at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Passenger Service Officer Pat Baines has to make sure the aircraft leaves on time.
lovely. So we are down by 2.
They're here. Has he got the boarding cards?
All right.
Have you got your boarding cards and everything? Right,
I'll
okay.
bring these LRPs are here.
Just hang fire, she's going to come through with you so that you
Time. If they can get them down now, then we'll take them. Otherwise, it's a chance. I mean, we've still got passengers boarding, thankfully.
Excuse me. Excuse me, please.
Bye.
These holidaymakers have been lucky. Yankee Charlie leaves with a full load. Pat's worked at the airport for 3 years, but she dreams of becoming a stewardess.
I would like to fly, something I've always wanted to do. The boys, well, still need me, but not as much, not in the same way. And I think it's time for Mum to start to spread her wings. So I'm going to go for it.
They're taking care of you.
Now, what would we do?
In the crew room, trainees Aaron and Jason have made it. It's time for their first flight as fully trained cabin crew. And Jason is getting a first day tip from BJ.
Look, handle, look.
I know. No, it doesn't go up.
Yes, it does. Now wheel it.
I can't. I'll carry it like this.
Have you seen this? Look. That's how you do it.
No, I can't, honestly. Makes me go red when I
Is
do
this
it.
a sexuality thing?
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's
Yeah,
just
I know
like
it is.
It's just like a firm breast carry.
I don't know, I don't understand.
37,000 feet up, and the new boys are hard at it.
Aaron, this tropical fruit juice, is it in a carton or is it just orange juice?
Sorry?
The pina doradas. Is it orange juice?
Pina colada?
Pina doradas, doradas. Is it orange juice?
Go down and see them.
Right, be back in 1 second.
This lady was off to drink and she said, oh yes, I'll have a schnapps, please. And this steward said, I'm very sorry, madam, we don't carry schnapps. So she said, what do you mean you don't carry schnapps? We've just left Austria. So we said, well, we left Luton this morning, we don't sell Vauxhall cars either.
At breakfast in the front cabin, Jason's about to fall prey to the tradition of playing a joke at the expense of the first-timer.
You didn't talk them today?
No.
Just get that with... Sorry. Can you ask them to do a count? Do you mind asking them to count their cards?
Count the cards,
Yeah.
stop.
Do you want me to write it down for you?
No, that's all right. 80. 80? Yeah, I've been walking up and down the cabin and I haven't seen that many nice girls at the moment, unfortunately. Most of them come along with couples. So I'm a bit out of luck. Hoping for the return flight though.
Back on the ground, the press are onto a story. At Britannia's head office in Luton, press officer Kelly Radley is fielding calls.
What's the matter, Kelly? What's the hurry?
There's a lizard on an aircraft. It's like 5 inches long, and there's like so many media inquiries about it, you won't believe. So I've just been down to Ops to get some info, sort of phoning people back. Thanks.
In Manchester, the plane is being cleaned.
Hi, I'm just phoning back with regards to the gecko on an aircraft. The flight was returning from Barbados to Manchester, and row 7 reported seeing the lizard on board. No, I'm sure the geckos were scared of us, and we are of it.
The lizard needs to be found in case it finds its way into the plane's electrics. Rob, the engineer, has been called in to sort out the problem. The cleaners leave. Lizard hunting isn't part of their job description.
You've got to either find it, kill it, or disinsect the aeroplane or fumigate it. So they couldn't actually find it.
Well, we're just cleaning the aircraft and we were just told there was a lizard on board, but it's nothing to do with us, really. What happens to the lizard?
This is a job for the fumigators.
They've got a tank of fumigation gas. And what they're going to do, they're going to put a hose in through the electronics bay hatch up into the cabin. And then we'll shut the aeroplane up and they'll pump the gas in.
The gas is lethal to all forms of life, including human.
It's a perforated plastic hose, and they run this tube down the length of the aircraft. And the gas inflates it, and it just leaches out into the cabin. And with the aircraft sealed, they leave it in here for about 4 hours. So they're almost ready now. They're just tying it up so it gives the best spread. And we better get out of the way before we get poisoned.
The gas is ready. The plane is sealed. And so is the fate of the lizard. "15 miles up the motorway, preparations are underway for a lads-only trip to Ibiza. Andy Proctor's going for the club scene.
Andrew used to come on holiday with us when he was younger, and I'm quite surprised that he's going off to abroad, really, because the wife and I have never been abroad, and usually we spend our holidays in the islands of Scotland, where Andrew used to come with us, and we also used to go into Wales as well.
Next then, T-shirt.
His best mate Andy Gorman lives down the road.
Put that one in there, that's one you had for when we got you from London. This one...
We're going to have to do this right, because...
They won't go in,
it won't go in.
Probably rain over there anyway.
Yeah, it was 35 degrees, man.
Rubbish.
What?
We'll be in Wales, in sunny Wales, and he'll be there, and it'll be pouring down.
I'm going where the sun shines brightly. I'm going where the sea is blue. I've seen it in the movies, and let's see if it's true.
Can you start off by putting your hand luggage on the scales one by one for me? Any bags over 5 kilos will need to be separated, all right?
Ever seen it like it in your life? The Briffle toaster.
Pat's interview for the stewardess job is next week, and she wants to get home early in time to prepare.
I know it's Saturday. I know I want to get off tonight.
But tonight, things aren't going to plan. The office and check-in areas have been evacuated. More than 500 people are affected.
Quite scared. It's never happened to us before.
Breakless alarm actuated flagship restaurant.
Just been a break glass actuated in the kitchen. We've responded as normal, and it's just turned out to be a false alarm.
Relief all round, and the Ibiza flight boards on time. The lads have even had time to get to duty-free.
Thank you. Where are we sitting, Rob?
Well, it's unfortunately your worst nightmare. It's a night I'd be Saturday night when I should be going out. I'm working, unfortunately. So I'll expect young, happy, merry, very merry passengers. So could be potentially difficult.
We've got 2 bottles of brandy, bottle of Southern Comfort, bottle of Jack Daniels, and a bottle of Quizavier or something. Some posh cognac. Posh? Proctor said it was nice, so I thought, well, we'll buy a bottle, eh? The thing won't even shut now. Whoa,
Dave Blower, it's important.
For Pat, the night's not over.
Pat's Dave Blower.
Good evening, gorgeous. We have a little problem. Got a passenger that's lost his passport.
19-year-old Ray Livingston should be flying to Mallorca, but somewhere between check-in and the departure gate, he's lost his passport.
Where's he gone running down to?
I told him to go and check the toilets, see if it's in
Have you
there.
checked his bag completely?
Yeah, we've checked the bags twice, Pat.
You've emptied everything?
Ray's search has proved fruitless.
Just wonder if he slipped through immigration, you know, sometimes there's a big queue, they might have missed him.
I don't suppose any
give
of
us a
your
shout back. I'm on
gentlemen
the
have
radio.
picked it up at all, have they?
I'm just wondering whether it's in your hold all by chance.
But then I was thinking, how could I get through passport control? Because surely I would have got knocked back at passport control.
Because it can happen when you've shown your passports and everything.
But none of them showed the passport through passport control.
Did you show your passport through passport control?
Ray's only hope is that he didn't show his passport at passport control, but put it in his holdall, which is now buried deep inside the plane.
I mean, we can't go. You see, can't go if we've got no passport, can't go. What we're going to do? Yeah.
Finding the bag will take time and cause an even longer delay, but it's Ray's last hope.
Responsible is a good word, that's how I'm kind of feeling.
At Manchester Airport, the baggage handlers must find and unload one bag out of 250.
Exactly.
Ray Livingston has lost his passport. It looks like he's lost his holiday too.
Is that one yours, boss?
That's the one. And if it is going to be here, it will be here.
Sunrise flight WW2564 to Darwin. Ladies and gentlemen, the first coach is having parking.
The baggage is reloaded and Ray is on his way.
Excuse me.
Almost.
Have you forgot something now? Money in your traveller's check. Go on, have a nice holiday.
So there's 40 Anna's traveller's checks.
Holiday mode, it happens all the time. Switch off. As they say, what's that saying? The light's on but nobody's in.
The last flight is away.
What do you fancy doing now? Busbies?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
G&T before bedtime.
Yeah, right.
We got here 4 o'clock this morning. We have not slept.
In Ibiza, the lads are already in the thick of the action.
Excuse me.
On his return flight, BJ's had reports of 2 abusive passengers.
You've been drinking, haven't you?
Yeah, we're not too bad.
No, I don't mind. You can have as many drinks as you want, except that, did you know it's illegal to be drunk on board an aircraft?
Really? We're not too drunk.
No, I didn't say you were, but I'm just saying...
We just want to relax us.
Yeah,
flight,
sure.
like.
But did you know that?
No, I didn't really, to be honest.
Right, okay. It's also not our policy to accept people who use foul language.
Oh,
If there's any reports of any bad language, if there's any trouble between you and your friends...
No, not at all.
Hang on.
Yeah, go on.
We stop where we can.
Yeah.
You two get off, your friends get off.
Yeah.
You'll probably be met by the police.
Yeah.
You'll probably be put in a foreign jail, and you'll be asked to make your own way home. They've had so much. I mean, technically, possibly we shouldn't be carrying them, but I don't think they're going to be abusive. I don't think they're going to be troublemakers. They're going to sit there and they're going to sleep.
relax. Just relax on the go to sleep, really.
And sleep they do.
Hooligan.
Back in Ibiza, Andy Proctor's found himself a girlfriend. His mates aren't impressed.
Complete holiday romance. Not shut up about her. Always going on about her. They've exchanged phone numbers and all sorts. Which is a bit sad, really, isn't it?
The two Andys are having very different holidays.
I'm looking forward to going on, but Proctor's on about staying next season, doing the season out here because he's loved it so much. He's been here twice now. I've had enough, though. Spending too much money. On Deer Island, this is.
Andy and Caroline have become inseparable.
Oh, you big.
The day of Pat's stewardess interview has arrived. Husband Paul is on hand for moral support.
It's something that you want for a long time, and then when the actual moment comes, you start panicking a little bit, wondering whether you have actually got the attributes that are required.
There is no time limit on this exercise, but experience has taught us it's...
Over one long day, candidates sit exams and are weighed, measured and assessed.
All right. OK, go ahead and good luck.
The first test is the most feared. It's maths.
It's a long time since I sat down and did any exams. I'm not too bad on the multiple choice, but I think anything to do with maths, you know, it wasn't my best subject at school, but when you've given a length of time and you're doing it as a test, you sort of just look at it, oh, good grief, you know, it's a long time since I did any of this.
I wanted to get the job so much because she'd be so disappointed if she doesn't get the job. The last 2 days have been just a bag of nerves.
Thanks. I think I've blown it. I really feel so nervous today. It's terrible. I'm really not happy. I don't know whether it's because I just can't calm down or I just not like me. I've tried to think back to how I am at work and I'm trying to relate that, but whether it's come over, I don't know. Whether I'm overreacting, I just don't know, but I am so wound up and I wish I wasn't today. So, chaps, I think I'll have a coffee. All right.
Well, she's got through the maths.
Just slip your shoes off for me.
Cabin crew must stand 5'2" and their weight must fall within strict limits.
That's fine, thank you. OK, that's fine. I think I'm away now, yeah? OK.
There's one more paper to test whether Pat has the right personality for the job. She's the last to finish. It's time for Pat to learn her fate.
Right. Would the following people come with me, please? That's Pat Baines, Mandy Booth, Farah Bowen, Sonia Jaspel, Nick Papworth and Samantha Wagg, please. Just like to follow me this way, please. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 6 of you. OK. Well, unfortunately, I have some bad news for you, everybody. On this occasion, we're unable to process your application any further with Britannia. I'd like to thank you at this point for all the enthusiasm. Have you any idea what perhaps let you down?
Oh, I just knew straight away when I started. I just didn't feel comfortable at all.
It was your height. It was your height. You know, we have the minimum restriction.
She's missed out by a fraction of an inch.
I'm so annoyed it's my height.
Yeah.
I really, really am. I've got so much to give and...
I know. And that's what makes it hard. I'm filling up myself now. I'm so sorry. I would love to have been able to say yes to you, but when it encroaches on the safety and with the minimum height restrictions...
No, that's quite all right.
It's been a pleasure to meet you. It really has. All right.
Thank you.
OK. You take care.
I will.
All right.
Yeah. There's something for me somewhere in Britannia, and I'll make sure there is.
Well, if you stretch by next March, come back to us.
I'll try. Oh, dear, I've got big boys as well.
Oh, no. How dare they?
6 foot long, good grief.
Pat's only hope is to find an airline who'll accept her at just under 5'2".
So bye-bye.
Tonight, the lads fly home. There's just time left for Andy to try and win the karaoke competition.
And them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die.
But back in Luton, trouble's brewing.
At the moment, all hell's breaking loose. We have a 757, which is technical in Naples, which is going to give us a big problem in Ibiza, because we have no aeroplanes to actually cover the Ibiza at the moment. Our standby aircraft is also broken, and our crew is rapidly running out of hours. The only other crews we have don't start until tonight, and they're all over the country. We're going to have to bring them all into Manchester to try and do something. That's assuming we can find an aeroplane.
Andy Gorman's still going strong.
There's only you in my life.
And so's Andy Proctor.
The only thing that's right.
Hello, crew report. Excuse me? So was that an emergency? Oh.
Sure enough, Andy's won.
I'm out of here. I've had enough.
For Chris, it's the end of a 12-hour shift.
I'll let you sort the rest of this mess out. Oh, look, an apple. Sheila, have my apple. I didn't get a chance to eat it. Good night, everyone.
And at Ibiza Airport, the knock-on delays are about to be felt.
At the moment it's 3 hours, but apparently it's not left Manchester yet. So it could be anything up to about 7. I'll look to that one.
It's been a bit of a week, actually. We had a bit of a delay on Wednesday night as well, just 14 hours.
In this situation, most people opt for sleep.
The drinks and the food is so expensive in here. The seating is uncomfortable. So I would rather have been left at the hotel, because then I could have gotten a towel from reception and gone and had a wash. They're not going to give me a towel in here, are they?
Dawn in Ibiza. At 8 a.m, the plane finally lands and the boys are on their way. These passengers won't cause any trouble. Pat is still looking for an airline with a lower height limit. Andy's holiday romance has blossomed. He and Caroline are now engaged to be married. And the lizard was finally found, trying to escape through an air vent. On board Airline tonight. Football's coming home, flying in on Britannia.
We ran out of champagne, opened all the bottles, we ran out of lager.
Aaron fights to keep his job.
She was like having a bad day that day, and I'm just saying I caught the brunt of it because I really, honest to God, I wasn't rude.
I need 3 glasses, all with ice, please.
And BJ's shaken but not stirred.
Make it snappy, come on.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a
a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
The summer is almost over for likely lads and novice stewards Jason and Aaron, who are enjoying a stopover in the Dominican Republic.
This is nice, mate. This is slightly nicer than Barbados, except for in Barbados there's more single women than there are here. Everyone here is getting married or got married.
Yeah, honeymoon.
Been together for donkey's years.
Wouldn't recommend it to the lads.
Not a lad's holiday, but it's certainly a nice holiday.
Yeah.
When they get back, they'll find out if Britannia plans to keep them on. So they've got one last chance to prove themselves.
They've just put those savoury snacks in like their...
Who's done it?
John Glasper. Put the life jackets. When they're going to open them up and put them on, all the savoury things will fall out.
Jason doesn't realise his seatbelt has also been booby-trapped.
And adjust like this, and unfastens like this. Your life jacket is kept in a pocket under your seat. If it is needed, take it out of its container and put it over your head. Wrap the tapes around your waist. Bring them to the side and tie them securely in a double bow. To inflate the life jacket, pull the red toggle sharply downwards. Ladies and gentlemen, your seatbelt should now be fastened securely for takeoff. Before we make a final check of the cabin, please fold away your table and put your seat back upright with the armrest down.
Cheers, mate. Wow. Thanks for that. Thanks for what? What happened? What happened? You just seen the state of the passenger. Why? Biscuits everywhere, all over her hair, all over the carpet, all on her husband.
You're joking.
What tails? It's our first long haul trip. So basically what I've done to help us along the way, because otherwise, because we're new, they'll be looking for us to make mistakes and they'll be picking up on it and taking the piss. So I've drawn up a little a guide. Tells me and Jason basically where we're working from. On our boarding zones, the meal service, the second meal service. Basically it's got everything that we need to be doing on there. There's a copy for me and a copy for him, so as we can look like we know what we're doing, rather than looking silly and like, ooh.
Halfway across the world, and the night shift at Manchester Airport has a problem. Another family is about to come a cropper over their passport.
What we've had to do is speak to Special Branch, and they're going to send somebody through to have a word with me. What could happen if we send you on this, the airline could be fined, and basically it could be anybody that's just written a child onto your passport.
Right.
So I'd suggest that if you can get the birth certificate here, that would be a great help.
We've written in James's name in the passport, the son's name in it. We did it last year. We flew with it last year, and it were all right.
Just spoken to Britannia again. She's actually going to phone the head office in Luton and see what they've got to say, but we do have to speak to Special Branch as well.
Right.
OK, so basically we've just got to wait for somebody to come.
We were just thinking if somebody could fax one through, would that help? See, I work at Chesterfield Hospital.
Right.
And so I can get to a fax machine there.
Yeah. A gentleman's just suggested if somebody could possibly fax the child's birth certificate through. I know it's not the original, but would that be acceptable? It would. All right then, thanks a lot.
Ian Summers has just 1 hour to get the birth certificate. The family's £500 holiday to Spain is at stake. It's the late-night flight from Ibiza, and Chief Steward BJ Aldridge has got some thirsty passengers.
We've decided, as it's such a short flight time, sir, and most people want to buy... Excuse me?
No drinks before the meal. Have we got a meal?
We want to do duty-free goods instead of drinks. Well, you know, it was just his attitude. You know, so I said, I'll serve you a drink, no big deal. I said, let's not make a fuss. Well, unfortunately, the first person that I spoke, she said, aren't you doing drinks? I said, well, we've decided against it, so because we want duty-free, you know, we want to sell duty-free goods. And he said, we don't want to buy any duty-free goods. So I said, well, if you're that desperate, I'll get you a drink. So he said, well, yes, I would like a drink. So I said, well, don't make a fuss, you know, I'll serve you. You know, it's not a problem, no big deal. But it was just the way, you know, he got a bit funny. So I thought, best I serve him. Anyway, I've got more to do now.
Suddenly, it's drinks all round.
Connie and Coke, gin and tonic, Southern Comfort. Whiskey and dry with ice? Yep. I'll be back in a sec.
Hello, is Dad there, please? It's Ian. Can you get Dad, please? Hello. We've got a bit of a problem here at the airport. His passport isn't filled in properly. And what they're saying is they need a copy of James's birth certificate to prove that he's our son. Is there any way you can get to Louise's mother, to get the key off Louise's mother, to go into our house, into the bureau, and you know that folder that we have in the bureau? But you know where the bureau is in the front room? There's a folder in there, and under B or C for birth certificate, James's birth certificate's there. Now we need that birth certificate then, faxing. Well, you'll be able to fax it from Chesterfield Royal Hospital.
At last, it looks like things are falling into place for the Summers family.
The special branch have just come back to me and they're quite happy. They've done all the checks and...
Right, sorted. So my dad's got to get the information down to the hospital. The hospital's got to get the information down to the fax machine, and then from there they're going to fax it down here. So it should be about half an hour, hopefully.
Lemonade. And a glass of ice water. Sparkling water. Just ordinary.
See, what it is they take out 2 drinks and 2 more people say, oh look, they've got a drink, quick, let's get one ourselves. So then they have a drink as well. But that's why it's just the rear cabin, so nobody at the front knows what we're doing. Exactly.
Well, one person asked and he was very rude, so I had to serve him. And then, of course, all the people around him said, oh, we'll do like a drink as well. But they were really nice, and I didn't mind doing that. But then everybody else wanted a drink as well. So, like, there was only 2 of us doing tea and coffee, the rest were doing drinks. Okie dokie. Yep, all right, darling, cheers. Right, we're just doing top-ups.
Although Special Branch has given the OK, Britannia are still nervous about letting the Summers family fly.
What the problem is, you see, because that's not, you've written on the passport, immigration in Girona could decide to just send you back and might not let you in, and that's the problem, and then the airline would be fined.
You've defaced an official document, which sounds serious, but that's what they're saying. And I've spoken to what they call an ops superintendent in Luton, who I've asked, can he try and, take it a little bit further still and see if, anyone will let this one go. So we're doing as much as we can.
Thank you.
With minutes to go before the flight, Pat Baines rings HQ for a final answer.
He said no. Right. So Vic said no as well. Right, OK. All right, my love, thank you. Bye. No, I'm sorry, they won't.
So what does that mean then?
Well, I can't let you travel this evening, no. Because they said you've defaced an official document, and that, that's just not allowed, unfortunately. I can't let you travel.
I suppose they've done all they can do, haven't they? But, at the end of the day, we're not going anywhere, are we? And it's Britannia that's not letting us go anywhere. But that's it, innit? That's what we're lumbered with.
At Luton Airport, a reception committee is waiting for some very important passengers. The England football team has just held Italy 0-0 to qualify for the World Cup. They're coming home on Britannia.
David Beckham, last time he came down here, I sang to him. I sang,
like it?
Mama, I love you. Mama. It's just a good job I can sing.
Also in attendance, David Beckham's #1 fan.
He's supposed to be engaged, but that's not true because Victoria was on Big Breakfast a couple of days ago and she said that she wasn't getting married just yet.
Still a hope.
Yep. Big hope.
When they come through those doors, all the nation will gel as one. And we're representing the entire nation.
As the party atmosphere builds up in Luton, the Summers family aren't going anywhere. Despite the convoluted efforts of Britannia, Special Branch, Chesterfield Hospital and Ian Summers' dad.
Said something about having to go to the hospital to tell the person not to open the office up to send a fax. No, it's not funny.
I'm not looking.
It's just the full story.
No, it's just to open
Well,
the
you
office
just
to send
imagine
the
all
facts
these
that we
people
thought we
running
could
all
have.
over the place to send the facts and then that we can't do.
I'm shocked.
The family eventually flew out 2 days later. It's 4 a.m. and the triumphant England football squad has just got in from Rome. It's a hero's welcome. It's been a long night for the crew that flew them back. They've been on their feet for 7 hours.
The food was fantastic. We had steak and we had a couple of glasses of water, and it was a good night.
We ran out of champagne, opened all the bottles. We ran out of lager, ran out of Liefra milk, which is their favourite wine.
It was very nice. The champagne was much better.
Well, Steve McManaman. Oh, Hampton was so cute.
I don't recognise hardly any of them because I don't know the first thing about football. So, I mean, I wasn't being offensive, but I didn't know them.
We played the challenge of their own game by diving, cheating, trying to con the refs, wasting time. We've done everything that they did.
And on the landing, Gaza initiated the singing, you know, England, here we come for the cup, you know. So I didn't even put on the landing music because I thought I'd let them do their repertoire, it seemed appropriate.
Would you just give us a little look inside your limo?
Not really. You can have a little look if you want.
Go on, what does it have in there?
No, you got TV in there. You got TV and a radio, but what more than anything else, it's nice and comfortable.
I love you.
Hi. Sorry. All right. How do you feel?
I'm so happy. I really am happy. Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
I'm happy. I love you! I'm not saying that. I've told him about 100 times, but never mind. Oh, well.
As the season draws to a close, it's D-Day for new boy Aaron. Britannia are ready to tell him if his contract is being renewed. There are no vacancies for the winter season, but will he be asked back next spring? Aaron knows there have been problems.
Right, I'm going into the office. I'm in deep dodo at the minute. I've been in trouble a fair bit since I got here, and now I've been called in again, and I've got to go in now and speak to Julian about it.
He is a bit of a charmer, definitely, as I'm sure you're aware. He probably thinks that will get him through life, where unfortunately, with us, that won't. You need more than charm.
I'm going to have to blag it up there big time. I'm just going to have to try my best to get kept on next year.
You might think that he can get away with things, but, you know, at the end of the day, I am his manager, and, you know, he has to be told.
Wish me luck.
Air Steward Smith did not show on report for 11:15 Haggadah. All telephone numbers in the system were tried in order to contact him. However, then what disturbs me more is then, which I spoke to you about last Saturday, Alison, the crewing officer, said that you had a very bad attitude. They called you on standby, when you were on standby, at 6 in the morning.
If I was rude, then fair enough, but I really can't, for the life of me, remember anything to do with that phone call that they could have taken as being rude. I've spoke to people, like I said last night on the phone, and they said they've been effing and blinding because they've been called out. But, you know, at that time in the morning, people, you know, it's a well-known fact throughout life. No one's very good in the morning.
No,
You'd be insane if you was to wake up and say, hello, there, you're calling me out, brilliant. Oh, thanks very much.
Which is fine, but they do. But to be honest with you, Aaron, in all the years I've been a manager, I've never had a report that says that you weren't interested in the number one or where you were going.
For some reason, this woman was going through the menopause or something. She had a bad day.
She's only young, Aaron.
She was in season, time of the month, whatever. She was like having a bad day that day, and I'm just saying I caught the brunt of it because I really, honest to God, I wasn't rude.
Jason has also been called in to discuss his future.
It's good news.
Right.
It's very good news. What's going to happen with you is that we're going to be asking you to come back in February.
Right, yep.
Now, the way that your work performance has been this summer, you've been really, really good in that. But
Although he's coming back, Jason will be laid off during the quieter winter season.
if we had the place available, I'd love to turn around and offer you a job.
Okay, yeah, sure, I understand.
You should walk out there and feel really pleased with yourself because, you know, I personally would have loved to have been able to offer you that job because of your work performance, because you have done really well this summer. And
Is there anyone else on my course who will be getting a contract? Are there people on my course? No one on my course?
No.
Oh, that's all right.
No.
That's pleasing to know.
No.
You see, I've flown with you, as you know, and yes, you were great on the flights, but we have to be reliant on you to be there on time, or to be available for duties. That's why we have standbys, and if we don't, because we have to make sure the flights go on time. Now, I can't rely on you to do that, and this is just the evidence that goes with it. Because for some reason, you're excellent on you're actually very good on the line when you're on your flights. You've got some very nice assessments. You've also got some assessments where they've said, OK, you need a bit more time, and you weren't aware of certain things. But generally, you've done fine. But what's very disappointing is that you've got these things all relating to being unavailable or missing a flight completely.
Yeah, like I said, I do, you know. I won't put up an argument when I can see it's heavily stacked against.
I do like you. Excellent. Good fun, nice person. But I just feel that I have no other choice but really to lay you off at the end of October. And I'm sorry I have to say that, really, but what choice do I have?
Oh, no, I don't suppose you have any choice, mate.
All right, thanks,
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron's career at Britannia has lasted just 5 months.
There's nothing in the world I could have done to stop what just happened in that office. I was getting the bullet from yesterday, and I knew it. And there's no use crying over spilt milk. I've got the sack. You know, I'll live another day and I'll get another job. But you know, there's no use walking out of here. Oh God, I'm just going to go and play golf now.
Kathy Duffy has spent the last 17 years dealing with problems at Manchester Airport. Today, she's got some bad news for a passenger who's already boarded the plane.
She can't take off. Yeah, we can get her off.
If you get her off, bring her back up.
Yeah, we've just been advised that we have a passenger on this flight. Apparently, her husband, who's at home, is not travelling. There's two. She's travelling with one other friend. Her husband at home is taken ill, so she's got a message, or we're trying to give her a message to ring home. In the meantime, just in case, she may decide not to travel because we don't know what the nature of the illness is. We're going to try and locate her bags so we don't cause a big delay. We've just... No, has your husband been a bit poorly or something?
He's in respite.
Right, well, there's been a message. Can you ring him?
What's at the respite and the daughters?
Well, we know. What was the message? Just to ring him at home or...?
To ring her daughter at home.
Yeah, if you quickly ring your daughter.
No, daughter, which daughter?
Do you know which daughter?
My daughter in Berkshire and one in Sheffield.
I don't know, darling, but that was the only message we got.
Whether he stays in. Now, what do you think I should do? They've just taken me off the plane. What should I do?
You found them?
Yeah, they're in 2 different bins.
Great, but you've got the bags.
Well, we haven't got them, we know where they are.
Oh. Just 1 second and I'll make the decision.
You won't know which...
With over 300 passengers waiting on the aircraft, Kathy must take action.
Right, we know where your bags are, but it's a decision as to whether to take them off or not now. We need to make that decision. Yeah. I'm not rushing. You take your time. You've got enough panic.
Hello?
Chief Steward BJ is getting ready for a big night out.
And being at the Albert Hall and the last night at the proms and everything else, I feel a big orchestra playing Rule Britannia. You know, last night at the proms, something I thought of.
He's off to the Travel Trade Gazette Awards, where Britannia is in the running for top charter airline. It's set to be a glittering occasion.
I mean, the salmon's lovely, but it's very dry, so we're waiting for the sauce.
Nice though.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's dry. We keep having to drink. Cheers.
Jason and Aaron are saying their farewells.
What are you like?
I got the bullet.
I know.
You got kept on then, yeah?
No, not over Christmas, back in February.
Oh, that's better than nothing, isn't it?
Wow.
I try and take it as light-hearted as possible, but there are some people that it's their, you know, it's their life. They're like, ooh, I love this job, and you know, do it right. Whereas I'm more sort of, yeah, let's just get it done, chill out.
I've given up my life for the company, my own problem, I know that. My job has always come first, that's why I'm still single at my age. I've given up boyfriends because of my job. They couldn't put up with my shifts. No, they couldn't put up with them. My job always came first, I'm a single female. Do you reckon it's a go? Because I need to know, because of the whole, I need to know if you're going to go.
Oh, I don't think we should go. Well, she said he looks much better and she's with a respiratory. I'm going to go then, and I'll ring you from Palmer.
They're going.
I'll ring the rest back.
At the end of the day, Britannia say, we have got you for your personality, don't change. Then as soon as you get online, they want you to change. They want you to be like a little Britannia robot. Meals, drinks, service. And it's like, that's what I don't agree with. I do enjoy the job, though, I definitely do. But it's just, I just didn't want to change, and obviously that's why I'm out.
Which leads us very nicely, I think, to top charter airline.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, I hope we bloody win this thing.
Liz will be opening a bottle of fizz after this. Who's doing it?
Britannia
High five. High five. Oh, left again.
Sure. Thank you. We're gonna, because somebody owed me a bit.
Yeah.
Not that tall, I'm not just
It's run out of film.
You've got to wait for the flash.
No, the flash is ready.
Keep your finger on the button.
Aaron has decided to go back to hairdressing. He's currently looking for work in Dubai. Jason spent his winter on the dole. He's now back at Britannia for the summer season. Pat has left Britannia but is still pursuing her dream of becoming a stewardess. BJ's promotion to chief steward has been made permanent. And Kathy is now in her 18th year at Manchester Airport.
All I've ever known all my life has been aircraft. It's just a way of life for me. I'd be a bird tomorrow if I could.